We need more of these.
Big off there.
The atmosphere is pretty strange, really. It's because we're coming to the end of a season and it's all been so chopped into the space of a few months. You know, we're not really used to it. So, you know, the first round was only 2.5 months ago. So it's a little bit strange, but you know, everyone's in good spirits and everyone's still got the same attitude. Everyone's still wanting to get the first win for this Hyundai, and that's what we're certainly going out to do this weekend. You know, underneath all the trees, you know, you get a real sensation of the speed. So. You know, the Indy circuit's okay, but if I had to pick, I'd rather be on the France GP circuit. Just outside the top 10, I think I'd have to have a pretty good weekend, and a couple of people would have to have a bad one. But you know, let's try and get the best results we can this weekend, and the points will sort themselves out.
I think going into the first race weekend, there's a lot of anticipation. There's a lot of unknowns. You know, are you going to be as quick as you expected you're going to be? And then by the time you arrive at the final round, you've kind of established exactly where you are in the championship. You work it, you know if you're going to be fighting for a title. You know, if I have a really strong weekend, there's potential to nip fourth, potentially third, but it's going to be really tough to do that. So I think what's tricky also is that the conditions are going to be very changeable. So we could have a dry free practice and we might have a wet qualifying. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be a hard day tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it's a great opportunity that we're joining forces. It sort of wasn't expected. It was all started discussions about 4 weeks ago, then had a meeting at Snetterton, and we both felt that we could work really well together. Very keen on how we present ourselves, and it's all about how professional we are.
Commercially, Accelerate do a good job. We're very in tune, I think, as people and as different organisations in the way that we want to do things. You know, we were very keen to make sure that we turned out, you know, as a professional outfit, very much like Accelerate.
I think it's a little bit early to have been able to get to a point of having 4 drivers because this year's been so condensed. The season's ending so late, so it's there's a very short turnaround, to be fair, this year. So usually you'd probably know your drivers by the middle of January, sort of auto sport show.
For the Hyundais, I mean, you know, I think they've come out of the box really well this year. They had some good results at Donington, I think, for, you know, the first round of the season. And you know, they've done well throughout the year. On it, speaking to Justina and Anthony, I think there's a little bit of frustration that actually they probably could have done better this year. But the car's come strong here today. This is a longer term partnership for us, you know, so you know, we're not just in it for the next year or two. You know, we want to continue this, and you know, we felt, you know, coming together as one was definitely the best option.
To be fair, I think if we can go back to having hospitality where we can entertain clients, that's absolutely key. It's got to be what we need to do for people next year. They want the fun, they want the entertainment, and we haven't had that this year. So it'd be lovely to be able to have people there, and then they can join in all the fun with us. So really, it's working with Draper Tools again is just fantastic to be able to announce that in the last round at Brands, and hopefully gives other people a positive view on next year, and that actually if they're doing it, we should be too. So yeah, really delighted, really delighted.
The day started quite well here at Brands Indy. We managed to have a good free practice, and actually I left practice feeling quite confident in myself in the car. Qualifying was really chaotic. The track was a lot greasier than free practice, and at one stage I had a bit of a detour through the gravel trap at Paddock Hill, narrowly missing the barrier, and I thought that I actually had visions of my session ending right there. But we managed to get the car back to the pits, dust it down, put another set of tyres on and make a quick setup change, and I guess midway through that session it was looking really like breaking the top 10 was looking difficult. So it's a nice feeling actually, just putting in that lap and making the team happy.
So yesterday's qualifying session didn't exactly go to plan. It was completely my fault. I pushed too hard on lap 3. I put my banker lap in and then locked up and caused a red flag, and so they took my fastest time away from me. So we had to start from last on the grid, which was a little bit of a shame, but you learn from your mistakes, and it didn't affect me really. The main thing for me now is just to keep pressing forward. Yeah, it's the last round. It's all about going out there, having fun, signing off on a high. That's very important going into the winter, but also just to for me, I've got nothing to lose. I'm not fighting for the championship.
Championship. The green flag was waved from the back of the grid. The red lights come on now, and we are underway here at Brands Hatch. The cars take themselves from the grid. A great start from the rear-wheel driver, Ash Sutton, who goes past Rory Butcher down towards Paddock Hill Bend. He's going to try and get himself past Tom Ingram in towards the first corner as well, but not quite good enough. He goes into second place, as round the outside comes Dan Camish from 4th to 3rd place. From the grid, he's going to go up into 3rd place as they head now in towards Paddock Hill Bend and Druids for the first time. And Dan Camish lunges for the inside of Ash Sutton. He needs to be careful. And Sam Osborne, by the body language there of Glengetty, doesn't look too good, does it, Al? And Ash Sutton goes through for 2nd place, so we've changed around the 2 cars in 2nd and 3rd, but it's Dan Camish who wins round 25. And away we go. A good start from Ash Sutton. He got the jump there off ahead of Dan Camish, so they run side by side down towards Paddock Hill Bend. Tom Ingram goes round the outside, and there's contact between Jake Hill and the 2 Ford Focuses of Ollie Jackson and Rory Butcher. They go through the gravel trap. Tom Ingram up the road was another man off onto the gravel trap there at Paddock Hill Bend. He would have had contact possibly with Dan Camish. Ash Sutton has now gone through on Tom Chilton, so we've had a change for the lead because one car is Broadway across the track, and Colin Turkington just avoids that. It's going to be Ash Sutton who comes through here at Brands Hatch in round 26. Good start from Aidan Moffat off the front of the grid, so he gets himself nicely away at Paddock Hill Bend as Aidan Moffat leads the pack up towards Druids for the first time. It's 2nd place then for the Ford Focus of Rory Butcher, which has come through from the 2nd row of the grid.
Camish tries to make a move on the inside of Sutton. Is he going to go through? It's crucial for him to stay in the title hunt. Yes, he gets up the inside. Ingram again makes an attack, and this time has he gone through? He has. That's bad news for Turkington. 4 points given away.
It's the final race, and the race victory is going to go the way of Rory Butcher, who comes through to take the checker flag here at Brands Hatch on the Indy circuit. And Ash Sutton is going to be the provisional 2020 Quick Fit British Touring Car Champion.
And Ash Sutton stands on the top step of the podium and holds up the trophy. He's champion for 2020. A double champion stands on the top step of the podium, shaking his head in disbelief. And that is the stance of a champion on the top step of the podium. Ash Sutton holds the trophy for the 2nd time.
Yeah, we had a really good race too. We were battling really well, and we fought all our way from 19th to 8th, so that was a great result. We banged some more points on the board. You know, overall we've had a good season. You know, the new car, yes, it hasn't been the wins and the, you know, multiple podiums and, you know, spraying of the champagne as much as we wanted, but, you know, I think overall we developed the car. You know, we've showed good pace at times, and I think we can hold our heads high after the season. There'll always be kind of deals on the table. You know, I've got a few deals on the table now. Whether I'm going to take them or not, I don't know. It's just a case of now we kind of play the waiting game, and if we get an offer from a top team, then, you know, that's proven in the BTCC and that has championships under the belt, then, you know, that'll be also very hard to turn down, because, you know, I'm not in the BTCC ultimately to make up the numbers. I need to be in a position where I think I can win championships.
All of the points ended up over all 3 rounds, and the first of those awards is,
You know, the best ending to a season. It was managed to get the lead on the first lap and build a nice comfortable gap. It's always difficult when that happens, because you don't really have any pressure from behind and you have no one in front of you. So I just decided to kind of go at a steady pace and keep myself in a rhythm. I think there's definitely some relief. I'm going to drive home to Scotland tonight happy. You know, if we had another couple of rounds, I would have definitely been keen to have a longer championship and see if we could have caught back up with the guys at the front of the series. It's been a very compressed season, so yeah, now it's nice to have a little breath. You know, we've had a fantastic weekend as a team, and I think, just like I am, they're going to go into the winter feeling very happy and feeling very pleasant about next season, and it's going to give us extra motivation to push on.